helpful, please encourage us with your support by liking and subscribing our channel. Conversion of complex food substance into simple absorbable form is called digestion. The human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and associated gland. First we study about alimentary canal. The organs of the alimentary canals are the mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. The accessory digestive structures includes the teeth, tongue, salivary gland, pancreas, liver and gallbladder.
The alimentary canal begins with an anterior opening the mouth, and posteriorly through the anus. The oral cavity have a number of teeth and a muscular tongue. Each tooth is embedded into socket of jawbone. This type of attachment is called the codont. Mammals have two sets of teeth. This type of dentition is called diphyodont. The oral cavity leads into a short pharynx, which is a common passage for food and air. The esophagus and trachea opens into pharynx. A cartilaginous flap called epiglottis prevents entry of food into glottis. The esophagus is thin long tube which extend posteriorly passing through the neck, thorax and diaphragm and leads to stomach. A muscular sphincter regulates the opening of esophagus into stomach. Stomach located in the upper left portion of the abdominal cavity. 1 cardiac where the esophagus opens. 2 fundic upper part. 3 pyloric which opens in small intestine.
1. Duodenum. It is U-shaped portion into which stomach opens, which is guarded by pyloric sphincter. 2. Jejunum. It is a long coiled middle portion. 3. Ileum. A highly coiled portion opens into large intestine. Large intestine. 1. Cecum. Is a blind sac which hosts some symbiotic microorganism and it has a finger-like projection called vermiform appendix. 2. Colon. It is divided into 3 parts. 1. Ascending. 2. A transverse. 3. And a descending part which open into rectum. 3. Rectum. Which opens out through anus. The walls of alimentary canal have 4 layers. 1. Serosa. It is the outermost layer and made up of thin mesothelium. 2. Muscularish. Formed by smooth muscles and arranged into an inner circular and an outer longitudinal layer, and an oblique layer may be present at some region. 3. Submucosa. Formed by loose connective tissue and contains nerves, blood and lymph vessels. In the duodenum, glands are also present. 4. Mucosa. Innermost lining of the lumen of the alimentary canal. It has finger-like projection called villi. It increases absorption surface area. Digestion is accomplished by mainly 2 processes. 1. Mechanical process. 2. Chemical process. Then mechanical process is divided into 3 types of movement. 1. Mastication. It is a process by which food particles were broken down into small particles by chewing. Saliva helps in lubricating and adhering the masticated food particle into a bolus. 2. Swallowing. In this process bolus conveyed into pharynx then esophagus. It is also called deglutition. 3. Peristalsis. It is a muscular contraction movement which initiates transfer of bolus from esophagus to stomach. Gastroesophageal sphincter controls the passage of food in stomach. Chemical process starts in oral cavity. In oral cavity saliva is present which have electrolytes like sodium, potassium, chlorine, bicarbonate, and enzymes like amylase and lysozyme. About 30% of starch is hydrolyzed here by enzyme amylase into maltose. Lysozyme is an antibacterial enzyme. Mucosa of stomach has gastric glands like 1. Mucous neck cell which secrete mucus. 2. Peptic or chief cells. It secretes proenzyme pepsinogen. 3. Parietal or oxyantic cell. It secretes hydrochloric acid and intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is factor essential for absorption of vitamin B12. In stomach, food is stored for 4 to 5 hours. It is mixed with acidic gastric juice by churning movement. Mixture is called chyme. Proenzyme pepsinogen when reacts with hydrochloric acid converted into pepsine. It is proteolytic enzyme of stomach. Pepsine converts proteins into proteases and peptones. Mucus and bicarbonates are also present which help in lubrication, and it also protects mucosa from hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid provides acidic pH which is suitable for pepsine. Renin is a proteolytic enzyme found in gastric juice of infants, which help in digestion of milk. Small amount of lipases are also secreted.